Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of High Desert Classics. And what you're looking at here is a 1970 Dodge D200 custom long bed pickup. This was part of Dodge's Swept-Line series, which ran for 10 years, 1961 to 1971. And this is sort of the third variation of this truck. It went through several revisions over the years. And this would be the final design. I found this truck on Facebook Marketplace, non-running. It's got a 383 big block with a 727 automatic. As far as I know, this truck was off the road since 1999. Now, I did manage to get this truck running, just bottle feeding it, and then got it running off of a little 2-gallon tank, which you can see this was last plated in '99. Now, this being from the Southwest, the body on this truck is in extremely good shape. These are known to rot out pretty severely, but the desert has done its job in preserving this thing. Come on. Nope. There we go. Door card's broken. But as you can see, It's in pretty good shape. Down on this step here and in the rockers and stuff, there's normally quite a bit of rust, but nothing to really speak of on this particular truck. So, interior is all there, but rough. Dash pad is has seen better days for sure. Rubber floors. A really nice bench seat. No rips or tears or anything really. All the glass is good. So like I said, I've had this truck running a couple of times. It seems to run pretty good. Really doesn't smoke much. Driving, on the other hand, is another story. I did drive this around in the yard a little bit, but it feels like either there's a transmission problem or we've got some stuck brakes, because you have to rev the ever-living snot out of this thing to get it to go anywhere. But I did manage to turn it around, kind of drive it around back there a little bit and face it this way. So what we're going to try to do today is see what's going on. It is low on transmission fluid, so we'll try adding a little bit and see if that does anything. We'll also check the brakes, make sure nothing's hanging up. But this truck, as solid as it is, needs a lot of work. And the goal is to get it cleaned up and get it shined up and running and driving and stopping and put it back on the road after 25 years. So if that sounds like something interesting, join me and we'll get to work. So the first few things I want to do here is we'll get some transmission fluid in this thing. Let's see here. Yeah. Nothing. Just a tiny little bit on the end there. So, that's not good. Second thing I need to do is, this motor was, I wouldn't say stuck, but it did have a tough spot in it when I was rotating it by hand. Probably just a ring ridge or something like that. So to get a breaker bar down there on the crank, I pulled the fan off. So we got to stick the fan back on. Got a new belt for this water pump and idler here. Got new belts because you know, these aren't long for this world. They didn't fly off yet though, so that's good. We'll get these radiator hoses changed. This one down here is looking pretty good. Oh, and I also have to add more oil. Did an oil change on it the other day and didn't have quite enough. So I think we're about 2 quarts low. But all I've done so far is replace the battery cables, put a new starter in down there, replace the starter relay here, and threw a set of points and condenser. Pulled the old spark plugs out and just cleaned them up on the wire wheel. And put a new ballast in, because I don't think this guy was going to do much ballasting anymore. look here. Oh, and I swapped a coil. This one was out of my tractor, but just a 2-barrel. Surprisingly, the accelerator pump works on this thing, which was pretty awesome. But I mean, we got mouse turds and dust and all kinds of junk that we need to get out of here. Some chews in the wires. You can see here. This was the victim of mice. There's a wire for the oil pressure switch here that became a meal. So we'll have to replace that. And just some some more handiwork down here from previous owners. But let's throw some oil and transmission fluid in this thing and see what happens. Alright, so we got this thing all topped off. Got my fuel tank hooked up. Got my bottle there. Battery in. So let's see what we get. Now, a lot better that time. Okay. Let's put our key on. And the turn signal came on. Oh, the other turn signal came on. Alright, turn signals work. Oh. Grab my starting tool here. Alright, let's attempt to fill this bowl and get it all over the top of the carburetor at the same time. Alright. Alright, we'll give it a little fuel. Let's see if she'll start. Try it again. Alright, running. Let me put my bottle in my thing down here. Let's try. Okay. Whoa, we're going backwards. Yes. We're going forwards. Just low on fluid. Let's try going backwards again. Okay. Something's dragging. Let's try forwards again. All right. Yes. It's alive. All right. Let's shut her down. But first, doesn't sound too bad. All right. So we got a transmission. Thank God. So I guess next is getting this fan and belts and everything back on. So, yeah. So the first thing I want to do is get this alternator off here. One of the bolts is a little too long, and there's some play there. So let's start getting this thing off. We'll see if we can't do something about that bolt, and then we'll get these belts off. And yeah. Let's see. Out. Not yet. All right. Should be just about there. Get those out of there. Let's see here. spacer. Ready? Let's see. Close the radiator. Okay. Well, we might as well just pull this out all the way. And let's see what we got for connections back here. Oop, dropped a washer. Okay. Well, don't know what that's supposed to be. This is all spliced together with some bare wire showing, so I'm sure that's fine. The main wire from the battery looks pretty good though. It's on tight. It did show it was charging on the gauge, so I think we'll be alright. But let's get that. I'll just set you there. Okay. So I want to take this this idler off here, and oh, hello, and we'll see maybe if we can't put a little grease or something on it. So I'm gonna come off. That's bad. Okay. All right. Another nice thing about living out here is you don't have to fight every single bolt. They usually come off. And then we got some rust here. Nothing too bad. I'll clean that up. Oh, because coolant passes through there. Okay. Interesting. Put a little pipe dope on that when we go back in here. Okay, so what do we got here? Okay, so that's part of that. And just so you know, I have zero experience with these big block Mopars here. I've had some 318s, old poly heads. All right, so that's the top. All right, well, take a listen. Doesn't sound too bad. So let's ignore the coolant leak that I now caused, and we'll get this all cleaned up and get these belts back on. Well, now that we've got our hardware back up to concourse standards, and we've got this guy spinning 3% better than it did before, get them back on the truck. We can't forget about our water pump pulley either, so let's get that restored. So as you can see, pulling some of those bolts out caused a little bit of a coolant leak. I guess they run through the water pump housing, or timing case housing rather. So she's dripping away. But we're gonna put this all back together, get these belts on, get this fan on, and I will catch up with you then. Alright, well, we got it back together for now. So, belts I bought were wrong, go figure. So I put one on, that way we have a charging system. That belt was right, so we got a water pump again. Got my fuel system rigged. It's hard to tell, but it is pulling from that little tank in there. So, obviously running pretty rough. But oof. Let's see if we can at least take it around the yard. Reverse. Going. We do have brakes, by the way. I don't know if I said that already, but something still doesn't feel quite right, but we're moving. Anyway, that does it for our first episode here. Got this old truck to run and drive a little bit. Definitely still needs a lot of work, but plan on taking you guys along for the journey. So if you like this kind of stuff, I'd appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe so I can continue doing stuff like this. And I will see you guys on the next one.